In this, the fourth edition of the Special School Sports, students from around the country, inclusive of Essequibo, Linden, Berbice, East Bank, East Coast, and Georgetown, gathered at the National Gymnasium, Mandela Avenue, to compete. The Special School Sports will run for 3 days on November 26, 27, and 29, and will see the differently abled students participating in windball, football, bossy, swimming, and athletics. After declaring the event open, Director of Sport Christopher Jones explained the main objective of the sports, highlighting the need for inclusion.
We have found that students, like for example, the students with a disability in wheelchair, for example, they are not bound that they're sitting in a corner, they compete as well because we have wheelchair races as well. The children who have some mobile disability in terms of running and so forth, we have a slower competition for them because of the rate that they move and they participate. And you see the expression on their faces, right? They're lit up and they know for certain that, look, I am a student, I have an opportunity like every other student to compete, to participate, and that is the overall objective of these games.
In its initial year, the Special School Sports was hosted on a single day with a limited amount of sport disciplines offered in the competition. The Director of Sport addressed the growth of the event not only in the number of competition days, but also in the amount of participants.
The significant difference in 2019 is that the sports has now grown from 1 day, which was essentially an entire half day of competition, to now 3 days of competition. Because we recognize that throughout the length and breadth of the country, students with a disability want to compete. And they not only want to compete in one particular sport aspect, but the variant sport aspect. Thus, we've expanded the games to now 3 days of competition. This year, we have the largest number of participation by students with a disability.
Looking at the future, the Director of Sport shared his hopes for the Special School Sports to run concurrently with or be included in the National Schools Championships, which were concluded last Friday.
We're hoping that in a few years that special schools can compete during the school nationals. Right, that it should be part of it, because if you're talking about student athletes, you have to also include student athletes with a disability. So we're hopeful in a few years from now that could be had as well.
While windball and bossy were contested today, the differently able students will move to the Colgren Pool, Camp Street tomorrow for the swimming exercise, while athletics is expected to run off on Friday at the Guyana Police Force Ground, Eve Leary. For the Evening News Sport, Jemima Holmes.